Shyam. Shyam was distracted from his work of guarding Robert's empire as he heard the sound of a piano. That was strange. It was coming from somewhere near the king's bedroom. It couldn't be the king because he was on vacation. Shyam was almost hypnotized and attracted by the sound of the music. He couldn't win against his mind and started to go towards the source of the melody. He went slowly, without letting the piano player be disturbed by his footstep. His curiosity took him almost inside the king's bedroom. He hid against the door and leaned in to see who the musician was. He was amazed to see Tara. She had just finished one song and was going to start another. Shyam was listening intently, but his eyes seemed to be working more than his ears. He felt like he was also singing along. "And what do you think you were doing outside the queen's bedroom?" asked the queen's maid, bringing Shyam back to earth. Hearing the noise outside her room, the queen stopped playing and tried to check what was going on. She twitched her eyebrows with confusion as she saw a man from Robert's army just outside her bedroom. She thought that maybe the man must have considered it to be Robert's bedroom. Not a big deal, as the castle has a number of rooms with almost similar designs. "You need something?" Tara asked Shyam. "Oh no, actually I work for the king, and after hearing the melodious sound from the piano, I was just curious to know who was playing." "Oh, so you like the piano, huh?" She signaled by hand for the maid to leave. That relaxed Shyam immediately, as the queen wasn't angry with him. Shyam watched the maid go, closing the door behind her. He turned his head back towards the queen again. Her mouth was open as if she was waiting for his answer. "I find it romantic, actually," Shyam said. "Let me guess. You are missing the king, aren't you?" Tara looked down, lips pressed together, expressing disappointment. "What happened, Your Grace? Did I say something wrong?" "You said I must be missing the king." She turned and looked up back at Shyam. "Are you not?" Shyam was confused. "Why would I be playing the piano if I miss him? If I missed him really, I would have killed someone instead or tortured the poor at least. The piano is a symbol of peace, and Robert is clearly not at peace. I was playing it for myself. It reminds me of my own skills." "Forgive me, Your Grace. I shouldn't have made you upset like this." "You didn't. Do not worry about that. I am not the king who would get you killed for that. Sit and just be comfortable." As Tara started playing her piano again, Shyam thought, is it really the queen talking? "So, how long have you been working for Robert?" "It's been a long time. A few years, maybe. Ever since I stopped going to school. I was never interested in school, you know. I always wanted adventure." "Then you are just like me." She flashed a smile. "Excuse me, my lady. I said adventure as in the war." "I am talking nothing different." "So you like the war? But you are a woman." Shyam was confused. "What difference does it make? I have talent and ambition. Well, not muscle power, maybe, but I believe there really isn't any requirement of that." "Does Robert know about your ambitions?" "What, of ruling the kingdom? Of course not. But I did try suggesting it to him once. I thought he was going to slap me for that, but thankfully he didn't. Actually, he was too drunk even to stand properly." "He is ridiculous, don't you think? I mean, everybody knows that he is a bad king. Still, we all follow him blindly. No one even dares to speak their mind because if they do, they will be killed, and no one wishes to get killed. It is pretty much why they all tolerate his torture quietly. This does need to be changed, don't you think?" "You just spoke my mind, dear." Tara placed her palm on Shyam's cheek. The hand felt cold. After noticing wine beside the piano, He got up and turned his back towards Tara. What's wrong? Nothing. You are the queen. I must learn to stay within my limits. It's a no-limit game. Tara slid her hands into Shyam's shirt. Shyam closed his eyes with a mix of emotions. Are you worried because I'm the king's wife? Or do you love somebody already? Shyam took her hand out gently and uttered, It is not that I love somebody else. It is because you deserve better. You are the queen, and forever shall be. Shyam turned around to stop her, but the next thing he knew was that he was kissing her passionately. Maybe Tara was too drunk, or it was the conversation that she had been missing for her whole life, which made her kiss him back even more passionately. Soon, they started undressing each other. The music she was playing before still kept playing in their ears. The piano, a symbol of love and romance, helped her to find her first true love, Shyam. The next day, Tara woke up and found a note next to her bed. She opened it with excitement. It read, You are my queen, and shall remain one forever. Love, Shyam. Tara kissed the note and held it tightly to her heart until the tears started rolling down her face. Weeks later, Shyam was back in the king's bedroom. This time it wasn't the piano, it was the queen's order. They both were quiet for a while, and then slowly they looked into each other's eyes. You know, we made love but didn't even ask each other's name, said Tara. Well, I know your name. You are Queen Tara. Just Tara. She took his hand and squeezed it. You go romantic very quickly, you know that? Yes, I think I do. Robert says that I cannot handle emotions. An inability. That's ridiculous. In fact, it brings out your beauty. Really? She moved her lips closer to his and waited for him to go first. It was tempting for him, but he rejected the idea and looked away. You know, I think we should stop this. It isn't right. Robert is not going to come back for at least 2 years. We can escape easily. And go where, Tara? I have nothing. Just think of it. You will ever be the queen if you remain with Robert, and I will never be able to give you that comfort. Let's just forget this as our big mistake, okay? Okay, but what if I told you? Tara looked down. Told me what? That I'm pregnant. She looked up with tears. Shyam was surprised, shocked, and happy, simultaneously. He hugged her tightly and couldn't stop himself from kissing her all over.